sorry about that, guys. My phone died. Thank God it died because I couldn't see the goddamn screen. What's good, Fake Mike, Real News? Joseph. This is part 2. The phone died. And I'm back on the Apple tracking device, so it's better. I can see now. It was good, J. True. And still in Rochester, heading on out. Peace Cuts. Thank you. They smoothing out the highway. This is one of my main drags I'm on every day. My main drag races. Highway that I travel. And they're repaving it for driving. And yeah, shout out to them, nice and smooth, so that the cars won't be like they're driving on the moon. Also, when you're doing 160, when you're doing 60, it'll keep your car stable. So yeah, I'm loving this, boy. It's so smooth. It's smooth, perfect for 40 mile rolls. 40 mile an hour construction sites. And it's good for weaving around traffic, cones. And at a high rate of alertness. Man, this is nice and smooth. Nice and sticky for extra grip, so it's better to handle the corners, safety around the corners. So shout out to Rochester for paving the freeway. So they got one more lane to do, and yeah, we'll be ready to go. They'll get rid of all these extra bumps that make your car shake and rattle at 55 miles an hour. No, they're not on Spotify. Gang's music, he might be on Spotify. I just got it all on YouTube. So we are at the home stretch. Zach's still on. He's still on. His brain is still on. What time is it? It's only 9:56. 8:56. It's only 7:56 on Zach's brain, because he's still 3 hours. He ain't get through the time warp yet. So he hasn't got through the time warp yet. So me, it's about to be 11 o'clock. So he gonna rock this out. 2 a.m. is gonna be like regular bedtime for him. But my usual trek to New York City is around 4 hours. Just depends on what vehicle I'm driving. But today it's going to be about 5, sometimes 3 hours and 45 minutes. It all has to do with physics and speed. I've made it to New York City in unbelievable amount of times, just driving different type of vehicles. Yeah, so tonight's gonna be a good flat 5 hours, because we're gonna do the speed limits, guys. So bless ya. But yeah, guys, as I see a picture of the Queen, that's all we're gonna see. It's gonna make us fucking vomit, because that's all we're gonna see for the next year is this damn wretched, like Truth Virus says, scallywag. And it's good to see all the social media. Everybody really don't even care. Even the sleep ones, they're like, who cares what she did for me? Good riddance, you know? So that's good to see. You know? That's really good to see. Let me clean this. So tomorrow, guys, look out for an action-packed day of just us coming together, moving in the energy, whatever we do. You know, there's going to be a lot of different platforms streaming, which is good for me because I'd rather be engaging and observing and stuff like that. So, you know, I enjoy other people are streaming, you know, that way I don't got to do it. But yeah, I'm going to be behind the camera too. But yeah, it's gonna be like OKC, you know. Sometimes, you know, we'll hand it off to somebody else, you know, and they'll narrate for a while, and you know, it's just moving the energy. So tomorrow should be an action-packed day. Times Square should be fun. Tomorrow there should at least be about 20 of us. That's a lot of people. So remember, when you're in the flesh, a little bit of people looks like a lot of bit of people. You know, 100 people is a damn lot of people. 50 people is a lot of people that are walking on the street together. That's a lot of people. That's like a busload of people. You know, so. Be nice. Good, J True. Buffalo was awesome. Fake Mike. Real news. I mean, Will. Now I'm calling you Fake Mike. Will. Yeah. Buffalo was great, man. It was nice, man. It was weird, you know, going inside the Tops, but. I mean, really, it feels like like they built a brand new Tops. I mean, it just feels weird, but it's not like a dark weird. It just feels weird because you know there was like, damn, this is where the shit took place at. But when you go in there, it's like, it feels, I don't know, man. It just feels something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't feel bad, but at first you're just like, because I went there a second time and it's like, I mean, it looks like a brand new store. I don't know, it's weird. People that came out, oh man, they were great. You know, they were great. They were great. Shout out to Grady. You know, he's cool. The other brother that was out there, I forgot his name, the dude in the yellow. Forgot his name. But I think Zach visit there one more time. The guy with the dreads will talk to him. You know? It's funny, man, that guy. I would like to see what his mind is all about, man. Once he gets rid of that white skin and black skin mentality, I would love to see, you know, what his fuss is about, you know? I would love to see it. You know, he wears an unk, you know, so I don't know. Well, the other guy, I mean, his I guess his ex-wife was white and he had mixed kids, so he didn't see color, you know. He was into the Muslim, but he didn't even try to talk no Muslim stuff. So yeah, Buffalo was good, man. All the brothers came out. Eric, 2 people came from Rochester. Elizabeth came from Rochester. Shout out to her. Mike came from Rochester. He took a bus all the way out, man. Shout out to that brother, man. You know, and I'm glad, you know, got some good souls around in the area now. Now I know, you know. So, yeah, a lot of people came out from Buffalo. And it was great. You know, Zach was feeling it. Last stop, you know, he put a little OT in. Shit. There it goes. Make sure my bright lights is on. Put some lights wasn't on that time. No, they were on. Put in some OT in Buffalo. Only thing weird was the security kind of looked like it was ramped up. I think somebody's watching. And, you know, because there was a lot of security. I don't know if that's normal, but there was a lot of security there. And one of the head of security was there because Grady told us, like, that's the head of the security right there. If you want to talk to him, Richard was already on him. He was listening, but really, he was like talking about his wife. You know, he was pretty cool, man. Talking about his wife, is into the flat earth and all this other stuff. And, you know, had some questions about Handy Snooker. I don't know. But he made it adamant that he wanted us to know that people died in there. I mean, I don't know who was saying that no one did die in there. I don't know where that, you know, so I look at that, and he was really adamant about that. Cool as hell. But he said something about the flat earth, like his wife is all into the flat earth, and he was explaining things that she told him, and she said, oh man, my wife will be right along with you guys. You know, so I think he was genuine, but then someone's like, you know, I seen a little ring on him, like, you know, I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see it till he was just leaving, but I think he's pretty much, you know, he had some cop tendencies, asked me about my tattoo and, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know, but seemed all right. But he just was adamant that, you know, I know people die. I'm like, all right, obviously, you know, we've heard that from people in the community, so that's not even nothing to debate about. I don't know, that was just different, but it is what it is. Thanks, Kimmy. Zach's probably like, man, he drives crazy. So, but it's great, man. I can't wait. And you know, I'm be honest, I didn't think that as many people were going to show up as they did from city to city. So that part is a win already. Every city stopped in, there was a win. And, you know, I think Detroit had the least amount of people, but people were showing up periodically real quick, bam, bam. So, I mean, it was about the same, but it was less of a group. But, no, I think it was about the same. You know, pretty much even itself out all the way around. But, that was good, man. and it's gonna continue. And it's like, man, I'd like to keep going. I want to hit Atlanta. I want to hit, some of the places. So I don't know. I know I got an obligation on next week. And I know Zach's only got 2 weeks, but I'm trying to figure out how he's going to do these 2 weeks, because just going down to Atlanta is going to be a good, because you're going to want to stop in D.C. 100%. You're not going to go past D.C. and not want to stop in D.C. What else is down that way? Yeah, so it'll probably be DC and then a beeline straight to Atlanta, and then head across the south. So he's pressed for time. I don't know. I think it's going to be more like a 3-week journey, because he's been traveling for a week and be in New York till Monday. Yeah, he's going to be at least, because it's going to take a good 4 to 5 days to even make it from Atlanta all the way back to California and up to his place. So that's going to be at least 5 days, because you got to rest, you're going to stop. So yeah, he's going to be pushing 3 weeks. Sweet lady might be mad, but it'll all pay off. So thanks, Eloy Garcia. I was coming down about an hour or two late in Detroit. I'm still super bummed I missed Pavement Pound. It's all good, man. It'll be a next time. But to see a brother come out, man, all the way from Rochester on the bus, perfectly timed, and he has a little handicap, and that's just makes me sleep good at night, man. And then he's from Rochester, it's a good brother right there. So shout out to Mike, who calls in the Gematria Effect News. He's been on there for a long time. And yeah, man. It's like you're seeing your family, your relatives, man. It's crazy. Building with Eric for a little while. Shout out to that brother. We all got so much shit in common, man. It's crazy, man. Richard, man, he's like the OG uncle, Richard's like the OG uncle. Chris is like the OG other uncle. Frank, they're like the OG uncles, man. It's dope, man. It really is. What's good, Denise? Donna, you better get some sleep. You talk about we need to get some sleep. Donna, you better get some sleep. You're gonna miss it. I ain't doing nothing but flapping my jaws. It's just a good it's just a good I got the cruise control on. Stick the cruise control at 75 and just rock it out. I should have asked Zach what he normally drives at. I'm normally driving double the speed limit, so I don't want to be driving too fast. I figure right around between 70, 75 he's cool with. Yeah, man. It's all good. It's all good, Joseph. Yeah, man, we gotta link up with Truth Virus. We're gonna make it happen. Zach was misunderstood as far as the Truth Virus because, you know, where he was at. So, next time. What's good, Damien? Yeah, man, it's gonna be Kimmy. It's gonna be fun, man. You know, like I said, there's already a bunch of people already there. They say we're gonna arrive at 4 o'clock. Woo. 4 hours and 36 minutes. Wow. Watch a documentary or something. Let's see. Oh, Zach's live right now. All right. Well, we're gonna watch Zach while riding with Zach. So tune in and listen to and watch.
You know, we went there and talked to the group that he was in. I didn't engage with him, but I engaged with people around him and see some of the people were into what we were talking about. But then the rest of the group, you know, they went and parked somewhere else and set up their stools somewhere else. And it's just like, man, come on, you guys. Can't you hear what we're talking about? Do we really seem like we're so bad? Come on, man. I just drove all the way out the country to bring you the latest information. But that, I mean, a lot of people are hard-headed, right? Egos. And I know where he's coming from, right? I know where he's coming from. There is a lot of racism in this world.
I was just talking about that.
He might have been done wrong by somebody else, maybe several somebodies in the past. Then he has the shooting in his neighborhood, and he's filling the narrative. Crazy white kid comes to kill black people. And, you know, now he's just mad at the whole white race. And that's what they want. He's doing exactly what they want. And that's why we got to go out there and keep trying to break it down. You know, even though he's hard-headed, I think if I kept coming back there...
That's exactly what I said.
Found out, maybe somebody's like, you know what he really likes? If I showed up one day with, like, something he really likes, his favorite food item, whatever, you know, find out he likes some musician. Do they even still sell CDs anymore? Everything's digital now. An album, a record, you know. But... you know, I think eventually we could rebuild the bridge.
Exactly what I was talking about.
That's what we're trying to do. And YouTube doesn't like it. So they demonetize the channel. Shame on the Google. Man, you guys.
I'm just talking about the same guy. I said if Zach was to come out there a couple more times, he'd break him down. He'd break that barrier. That's the thing about our energy, man. We got this ability to tear down the barriers. That's why we're so dangerous.
When we were young and the internet came out, we thought it'd be the thing that would save the world. And you know what? For a long time, it felt like it was going to be the thing to save the world. Sharing all this awesome information. You know, you guys, YouTube came out in 2005, but I slept on YouTube. I never really used the platform, and probably until about 2009 or so. It probably took me 4 years to, like, even go on YouTube for the first time. And I just, you know, I always searched on the internet for information I was looking for, but I never watched YouTube videos. And I don't know why. Looking back, I don't really know why it took me so long. But I just remember when I found YouTube, I was just blown away by the awesome content, just the independent research minds, you know, video editing skills, some of the stuff that was out there. And it's too bad because all that awesome, no, I should say all, but a lot. I mean, I would say at least 90% of the stuff that's been on YouTube that's been awesome for all this time, it's been scrubbed and deleted. So many people, I mean, it's frustrating too because so many people put so much hard work and effort into trying to get information out there to wake up the world, change the world for the better, including yours truly and many other people in this community. And they just delete it. You know, they just, goodbye. Sorry about your 5 years of hard work. Sorry about the 10,000 hours you've dedicated to building this channel. And remember, for me, man, it hurt because I was doing well at the time, getting views. I never think it was ever monetized. I never made $1 off this channel until the first time I didn't ever try to monetize the channel until the very end of 2018. And shout out to my mom. She was the one that was really pushing me to do it. And she said, Zach, if you monetize the channel, maybe they'll allow your channel to stay up because they just keep deleting your channel. Maybe let YouTube make a little money off your channel, and then they'll give it a well, it seemed to work because I was getting deleted like every couple of weeks or month. And then when I monetized that channel for the first time, it stayed up for, you guys remember when I first moved to Yakima? You know, that channel, it had a lot of views, a lot of big views on that channel when it was monetized. However, they hardly paid me for any of the videos. I mean, I didn't make much off it, but they allowed the channel to stay up. They were taking the ad revenue. But the point was to keep the channel up. And let me think. I monetized it probably about October or November of 2018. And I established the channel at the end of July, so it was after a few months. It was still in there, but I was fighting the suspensions and 2-week suspension. And anyway, when I was able to monetize it, I did, and then it stayed up for like about a year. I'm trying to remember when they deleted it again. But then they started deleting a bunch real quick, and we went through a bunch of channels again. It's just a joke that all of us have had to do this. Remember when we were in Oklahoma City? Yeah, right. His whole channel was deleted for live streaming the event. My whole stream was taken down. We had a 4-hour stream going, full of awesome content. Just gone. They said it was copyright. It's like, copyright, man? We're out here having original conversations to people. There's no copyright.
I got medical misinformation strike, and we didn't even talk about anything.
There might have been like a big bass pattern from a car, like out on the street away. It's like, come on, man. Seriously, take down a 4-hour stream and just make it gone, vanished, poof.
There's another thing, guys.
But yeah, you guys, that's why I know we can win.
It's not supposed to be on the internet. It's supposed to be experienced. So don't be surprised if a lot of the same happens again. You know, I've always said this, that this energy is something you can't, you got to witness it. You got to bear witness, you know. So we'll see.
The last channel I made, they did make us do this face recognition thing. I had to bob my head all over, and I had to use Sweet Lady's phone and use her email. And hopefully there's not social credit score bullshit someday. It'll probably fuck up her social credit score. God, it probably already is. But I tried to make a Gematria Effect News 26 a while back, and no, because they already did the face thing. It said, you know, you already have a channel. So I was like, oh, great. So, get into Nicolas Cage, John Travolta face-off. Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the next channel. By the way, did you guys remember they put out a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie on Netflix? They paid big tribute to 74 in it. It was shortly before the Uvalde, Texas shooting. And, Matthew McConaughey back in 95 was in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Matthew McConaughey in 95 on a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, the whole Uvalde thing synced up with him. But isn't it crazy how they do it, man? If you haven't seen that new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the reason you know it's part of the shooting is because what the latest one is about a bunch of young people who hate guns. They hate guns. They don't know how to use guns. And then guess what happens? All throughout the movie, they have a gun to protect themselves from the crazy man coming with the chainsaw. But because they hate guns and don't know how to use them, they all get cut up by the chainsaw. And that's why I hate these psychopaths that rule our society and make fun of us all the time and just put it out in a stupid movie. Here, raising a bunch of dumb young people that just like to party and drink and go along with whatever, who hate guns, and now they're all chopped into a million pieces. That's why every nation that's been disarmed, the tyrannies reign, you know? And you even heard Grady say it tonight, man. You know, if everyone's strapped up in society who's trying to run up on a grocery store or anywhere with a gun, you might just get smoked from the backside because everybody's packing. In the Second Amendment in America, I mean, we don't have it, you guys. You know, I can be a gun owner in Washington State, but can I be, you know, as an American, can I drive out to New York with my gun? I mean, I could take that risk, but you know what? I get pulled over, you know, please come up with some reason to search, you know. They find a gun in the car. Woo, that's a big criminal offense. Comes with a few years in a federal prison.
Yeah.
We don't have a Second Amendment, you guys. Big fine, few years in prison because I brought my protection device with me on the interstate because I crossed the state lines.
Exactly.
Got into federal territory.
Crazy.
I hope I'm not old someday and things are a million times worse and there is no longer a First or Second Amendment. And I have to look back and say, man, we didn't use our rights while we still had them. The few rights we did have, we didn't use them while we still had them, you know? Here, while we cruise into New York City, we'll see how long this let's just listen to a little NPR again. NPR is propaganda light, but let's see if we got a little interesting discussion going on NPR as we take the interstate down to New York City. Let's keep this stream going for all you guys who are having nice conversations in the chat.
I gotta charge this phone.
And so the time she had at home was literally the only time to...
I'm gonna charge this. You can charge this one up. Alright. So, all y'all that are still here, while he's listening to NPR, I'm gonna drop something. I don't know. I'm gonna talk my way awake. No, thank you. So, excuse me. So, that's funny. It's watching two screens at the same time. So, shout out to all you guys. Thanks for rocking out. What's good, Damien, Minko, Miss Blink, Donna, shout out to you, Brother Cuts, what's up with the, when you board your plane again? I must have missed that comment. Woo, we're only at Geneva Lions. Good Lord, we got a long way to go. I can carry in 27 states with my permit. Yeah, but he's right, man. We got no gun rights, man. I was talking to somebody about this earlier. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe 20 miles. I was talking yesterday I was talking about it. You know, our rights already been, our gun rights already been taken, you know, for years. You know, they just slow dripping it and people still think they have a right to bear arms. Notice there's no pushback, but everybody's saying, they better not, come and take it. They've been doing this shit forever. Like, what are you talking about, They're going to keep chipping, and you're going to keep saying, oh, they take my gun, and they're going to keep chipping, and they're going to create a crisis where, guess what? somehow that gun is going to wind up in their hands. You know? They already got it to where long as no one's threatening you, you can't shoot them, you know? As long as they're not threatening you, you can't do anything, you know? This is what they got. So they already have it. You know, people can break in your you know, and it's gonna stretch to more states. So they can break in your house, and I mean, this is where they're headed. Right now, it's like, okay, they're in your house, they're dead. But they want it to be where they're in your house, as long as they're not harming you, you run out, get to a safe location, and call 911. All right, this is where they're going with this, guys. Look at all the laws on the books. They're already doing that with businesses. They're like, look, man, if they ain't no threat to you, you can't, you know, you can't shoot them. You know, somebody can't be in the store and stealing a bag of chips, and you know, you shoot them, or they're gonna go steal something off your shelf, and you're gonna shoot them dead right there. You're gonna get in trouble. They weren't even they weren't trying to harm you physically. You know, before somebody tried to steal you, pow, pow. You know, yeah, they come scoop them in a bag and take them out the back door. Case closed. You know, now you got a lot to think about, you know. Got a lot to think about, man. You know, mess around and somebody's in your driveway and they're rummaging through your car. You come out, pop, pop, shoot and kill them. You know, yeah, you might, okay, it was justified, but shit, they might have been in a gang, a crew. Family members might like, you know, they're like, you know, oh man, he was just stealing. They ain't gonna understand that. All they know is their boy, their crew member, their family member got shot and killed, and now you gotta look out, because if it's the wrong person, they don't even value life already, and now you might have to move, or you're gonna be the next intended target. This stuff already is happening right now all across the nation. You know, this happened in Rochester. A guy, all right, this was like last year. A dude just sold his car, all right, to a dude that he knew. He was riding his motorcycle, and something happened to where the dude in the car that he sold, and they got into an accident, and the dude in the motorcycle died. And guess what they did to the dude that hit him? Yeah, go figure. They didn't want to hear nothing, and they was friends, and it was just a tragic accident. So this stuff is already happening, man. You know? So yeah, that moon is beaming, boy. Beam that. So you might as well stream in it. You know, slow that queen's soul from going back. Whatever the hell it's doing. Send that mother, keep it trapped. Just put out this good energy. And they got mad, yeah, harvesting our energy moon. You notice how they call it harvest moon? So they do all this rituals and shit around the moon because they harvesting our energy. Yeah, y'all know, y'all used to me traveling. Haven't been doing much traveling as of late, but damn, I'm up here reading the damn, I just glanced over, about to read the comments on Zach's stream and respond to the damn thing. But thanks for rocking out with me, guys. And I didn't see the comment again that I asked Cuts what time his plane comes. Oh, oh shit! Right now. Wait, no, that's out there. Damn. So, wait, that's 11:20. What time is it now out there? I'm a bad adder. What time is it out there, brother Cuts? 8:33. Damn. No wonder why Zach's so up and awake. He thinks still his brain is still firing on 8:30. Good lord. It's 11:34. And he's a trooper. Me, I'm known to be like, yo, I'm about to pull over and nappy nap. I could take astral projects on the side of the road. I sleep like a baby. I've learned how to make real comfortable sleep, with my body. But yeah, so 11:20. How many stops you got? Probably flying to Chicago or some shit. Or it might be some weirdo shit like fly down to damn Dallas, Texas, and then to Florida, then up to New York City, or fly down to Atlanta and then New York City. Like, what kind of sense does this shit make? Oh, a direct flight? Oh shit, that got a direct flight. Shout out to Linda. She's not used to long drives coming from Taiwan. She's not used to it. 6 hours you could have drove across Taiwan twice. So she be bouncing like a little jumping jelly bean. So and then it's yeah, Taiwan is small, beautiful place. Alright, cruise control back at 75. New York, 320 miles. But yeah, but I don't we take the shortest route, so alright, what else is new? Yep, 750 square miles. It's very small. Mr. Boston, shout out to Mr. Boston. Let's see, what else? But one thing you can feel though is the energy is different in Buffalo than Rochester. Because as soon as I got in Rochester, I felt danger, and I wasn't even in. It was like Greece, and that's the border. Like you can feel the danger in the air. It's a full moon on a Friday night, and it's 80-something degrees. That is a recipe for the apocalypse. So. Yeah. But New York, man, we are gonna see some sheep shit like it's nobody's business. You you talk about some sheepism. New York is. The last time I was there, man, it was just ridiculous. You're gonna see some sheep shit for real. Like you're gonna see brain deadism at the highest order. You know. Like we gotta remember, man, Manhattan is probably the most Manhattan and people that are in that area, live in that Manhattan area, not so much the boroughs, other boroughs, but Manhattan itself. Man, they are the main. The Matrix movie, that is it right there. These people are plugged in and wired to the system. There's no just straight concrete. Like all I think about when I'm there is a disconnection from nature. The grid. It's crazy. Even Times Square is wild, man. It's beautiful for a little while, but after a while, I mean, it's cool to see. It ain't beautiful. It's cool to see, but after a while, that shit, them LED lights get to messing with you. And yeah, it's time to. I need to get it. I need to see a plant, something. Just show me a piece of green somewhere. There's literally parts of New York where you don't even see a piece of green. Like, that's crazy. You don't even see a plant, fucking weed growing out of the ground. You know? So, hell to the non-tap people. I would never in my right mind live in New York City. Never. And it's another thing is, it's a feat of engineering, and it's also your jaw just drops at the size of New York City. You know, because when you look at it, I mean, technically, from a standpoint, they put everything around that area, New Jersey, Newark, everything is just like, it's a giant metropolis. You know, it's just massive. Yeah, it's across the water, but it's, if you look at it, it's all one big ass grid. See this garbage truck? It's going to New Jersey. New Jersey and New York State, New York, here at Seneca Meadows landfill. Ain't that some shit? You know? They dump their trash all the way up here. That's another thing, the trash in New York City. Let them garbage trucks stop running. Boy, oh boy. I remember I was there one time during a strike. My dad lives in New York City in Far Rockaway. And damn, you should have saw the garbage. After just like 2 weeks, they was like, yeah, man, whatever, y'all better give it to them, right? Because that shit piles up fast. Thanks to a huge jack. Oh, I ain't even got it hooked up. I'm charging that phone.
We wipe our ass, tie our shoes, and feed ourselves without King Charles III. Psychopaths murdering your father by the... I mean, it's just sick, too. Just like on 9/9, and after his dad died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year, and his mom's name equals 99 in Gematria. I mean, these people are just...
Oh, shit. Mad Pyman, where the heck you been? What's good, Mad Pyman? How's Australia? Let us know how Australia is. Did you see the Ukrainian military have lost 70,000 people over the last 2 days? Yeah, we believe that shit. I love it. Man, climbing. It's good, Ryan. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a minute, my brother. How's it been going? What's been going on? Give us the update. Oh shit, I meant to stop here. Been sleeping mostly. When the air ride is live, we're still rather than normal. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I don't know what y'all think. Y'all think they kind of like, they got something else up their sleeve, or they gonna run it again? Seems like they're kind of tapped out, you know? It's like they're tapped out. They're tapping out right now. They done got enough that they needed to do, and they kind of, for them to run this whole thing back over again, is, the way I look at it is, it takes a lot of energy, propaganda, and money to do it, and I don't know if they have that energy, you know? Like I said, man, that corona, what was it, Pisceum came through, when they ended it on the Queen's birthday or whatever the hell it was, or whatever day that was. And I remember I made the videos because it went into the Pisces. It's like that was a signaling the end of the energy they were putting into this Mr. 19. So I think that maybe possibly, it ain't nothing to dance and giggle and do backflips over and, you know, clap our hands to, because they're going right into a whole nother agenda. But I think that, make sure, check this. But I think that maybe that they're tapped out, you know, with the resources, putting all the energy into it. It took a lot to run that across the entire world, like a lot. They had a lot of planning, a lot into it. So I think they tapped out, and they're gonna like leave it there, but kind of like, I don't know, play with it whatever they want to. Leave it up to the locals, you know. So that's what I think. You've been crying ever since you heard Kimmy. She been on ice. You know damn well that lady been dead. You know, they just had to do it on the birth of Queen Mary and all that other, where they had to do it under a ritual. Full moon energy, you know. So, harvest. Jupiter. So, Artemis and the Virgin Mary. I gotta check it out. I gotta check that out. Next stop after. Make a pit stop at the bathroom. The next rest stop. Oswego. think Zach's just listening to the radio. Drop some. Ivan Rus, 57 years ago, Russia formed. Really? I don't know nothing about Russia. Yeah, Oswego is dope. Beautiful up there. I forgot you're from the area. Wait. Yep, exactly, Kimmy. All of our culture is ancient. We just completely forgot about it. Even in America. Pyramids all over America, you know. I've seen them up in the Colorado mountains. I've seen them riding along. I forgot what interstate that was, headed south, going through Boulder. I'm like, those are not rock formations. That was something. Something was there. Lo and behold, you can visit a museum where they built shit in the mountains. They're just showing you. So why wasn't that? They just blew it all up and destroyed it all, so we can't see and know what it is. And I've been out further. Papa had a cabin so far out in the mountains. It's just scary for me. I'm thinking like, damn, but what if I fall? Or what if I get hurt? I'm assed out. There's not a hospital for fucking 4 hours away. A dirt road, it's like 30 miles from a dirt road. Like the shit's so far out. I can't hear, you know? You can't hear anything. It's so quiet. Out there, I'm looking, I'm like, yo, it looked like there was something over there. Lo and behold, that same summer, they announced on the news that they found some ancient-ass civilization that lived in this area, and that's where it was. Like, what are the odds of that? The universe like told me to look at this area, and I could see and observe that there was some type of ancient shit. And that's where Mexicans and Indians are confused. They're like, oh, Indian, no, I'm Mexican. I'm stopping at places out there. I'm like, yo, these are Mexicans? No, they're Indians. I'm like, wait, these are Mexicans. No, they're Indians. You know? And a lot of Mexicans know that their families was native. But even they got, you know, mislabeled. It's crazy. We're all messed up, man. They destroyed us. You know? How the hell we got a whole group of people that don't even know who they are? What kind of shit is that? Africans know who they are. Arabs know who they are. You know, people from all these other countries, Germany, Pakistan, India, you know, China, Chinese, Japan, Russian. But damn it, right here in America, black folks don't know where the hell they at. That's, come on, man. Where we come from, you know, that's crazy, man. That's crazy how they did us, man. That common sense right there should be like, there's millions of black folks in the United States, and where we come from, you know. Ain't no one in Africa claiming us. We don't look like Africans. Just got the same dark complexion. Well, we don't look like Indians either, because there's Indians that are darker than black folks, and we don't look like Cubans either, because there's some Cubans and some Puerto Ricans that are black. So what the hell's going on? Well, wake up call. You're already over here. You know, you don't ever hear a story about Africans like, yes, my great-great-grandfather and his family was taken and they're in America. Come on, man. Where's the ties? Where's the connections? My grandmother lived to be 107 years old. There wasn't nobody from no goddamn Africa. Shit went straight to a tribe, just like I knew when I started doing the research. Black as night. You know? I always knew she was a walking piece of history. But Go tell that to the average person. Man, I'm Muslim. Man, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Man, I'm this. Man, I'm a Christian. Man, I'm black. Man, I'm African American. Man, you know, only goddamn culture on the planet, when you think about it, like everybody else know where the hell they from, except for America. You know, talking about the dark skin in America. Puerto Ricans know where they from. Mexicans know where they from. You know, Italians know where they from. Who was the early, you know, people, pajama people here? People from Ethiopia know where they from. Indians know where they from. I mean, it's crazy. It's like, what the hell? The whole population of the black folks that are here got amnesia together? Hell no. You've been lied to and indoctrinated. It's crazy. And you can't even wipe this common sense across anyone's face. They look at you like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm like, I found this out in my own family. My brother's into, he think he's a Muslim. I'm like, bro, you're not a Muslim. Cousins think they're this, what the hell, spiritual crap. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I'm showing you where grandma from and your daddy, where he from. I'm showing you guys. This goes back to the 1700s. What is y'all talking about? Y'all into the Quran. Like, that wasn't even, come on, man, that wasn't even, what are y'all talking? Get out of here. They don't want to hear nothing I got to say. You know? I said, y'all down in South Carolina and Georgia, where we're from, where the tribes are at. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all still there? Nope, they don't want to hear it. It's crazy. Anyways, what's good, Lecky Hop? Just gotta find the next nearest bathroom. It's crazy, guys. America is crazy. It's good rap samples. Exactly. That's starting to turn like that too, Tab P. I was just gonna say that. Even the white folks losing their way. You know, they forgot they Polish, they're German, they're Ukrainian, they're freaking what the hell else? From England, Spain. What happened? Huh? So, yeah, man. Even the white folks don't know where they from no more. Yo, you alright? Yeah. What the hell you even hopping for? You know, my mom was German. You know, my grandfather was fresh off the boat. Don't know what the hell he was saying half the time. Fresh off the boat, ain't never go to school. Straight 100% German. So, what a mess. Just a bunch of slaves, man. Bunch of SLAVES, slaves. Hebrew Israelites, Moors, etc. Black folks still get caught up. Yep, exactly. It brings division. Exactly. Moors. That's another one. We're Moors, man. I don't know where that shit came from. They drop a lot of knowledge, and I know a lot of them brothers, good brothers. But come on, man, like, what the hell you saying ain't making no goddamn sense. You can make the narrative fit, but that's not what it is. You know, it's crazy. Sounds good. All this shit is like, it has to end up right up on a damn FBI watch list. I mean, we all probably on one, but that's a fast ticket to one because, you know, and there's no, they don't, the Moors, they don't have no remedies in court. You could actually find more remedy just being a damn slave than going that route. That's a guaranteed railroad. And they're going to ignore you because their system don't operate on those principles. You got to meet them where they're at. They didn't create it with that. You're talking something that's not even their language. You know, that's why they don't recognize it. And the ones that do get shit done, because it is brothers out there that's Moors that do get it done, they're just getting it done because they're using what they're supposed to, the law, against the law. But they got those agents out there who put a spin to it. They want you to do all this Morocco, this and that, and processes that just don't even make sense in a legal system. You know, and you can clearly find out where their laws come from in case laws, in venues, and everything else, and jurisdiction, how all that works. So, it's just like the sovereign citizen crap that came out, and it just like put people in the wrong direction and had them doing unnecessary crap, and then they can label you're a sovereign citizen. You know, that's another thing. The Queen, guess what the Queen is coming out in the news stories that she's sovereign. Her royal sovereign. You know, like what? What is that? So, alright, I don't want to miss this X. Make sure I'm going off the right way. Damn, this is narrow as hell. God. It's so narrow. Vibration, but I heard about that. Let's see. Where's the remedy? All depends on what you're doing. There's remedies for everything. You know. And you're right, there's no such thing as a human being. We're flesh and blood. We're men and women. stop, next stop, go to Banff. I asked you to help me solve the auto crises in Seneca Falls. Grab sample, yeah, the man, the more. There goes, oh no, that's, no, it's not Lockheed Martin. I thought that was Lockheed Martin. That truck is barreling down the road, guys. Somebody getting their goods early or late. Guy's flying. Be prepared to stop. Heavy traffic ahead. What would there be heavy traffic for? The New York State Fair is over. Alright guys, we're gonna tune into some what I think Zach's still up on. He's still listening to that radio station. Or he might have ended the stream. Can't tell. Still rolling. I can't hear shit. No sound, Zach. Guess his sound went out. Probably got a phone call. Step on it a little bit. Where the state fair was last week. We're at Syracuse. What in Syracuse? Cayuga's being terrorized. You know what, the natives? The Cayuga Indians? Oh, shit. Well, they signed a deal with the damn government. They got to realize what deal they signed, and that's probably why they're being terrorized, because they did realize what the deal was, and now they're trying to get out the shit, and guess what? Now they're being terrorized, just like all of them is all across the country. And it's sad what they're doing to the tribes, because they want them to stay quiet, because if they ever link with the blacks, they cease to exist. The government is over. If they come out and say the deal they got with the government, it's a wrap. It's good night, Susie. Just like Buffalo. We're just in Buffalo. They call it Queen City, but it's actually Erie County. The Erie Nation has a deal with the city of Buffalo Corporation. I don't know who owns that corporation. You know, you can say it's the government, but I think it's a handful of individuals that own Buffalo. But all you gotta do is go to the Erie County building, and you'll see that shit is tribal. It shows the pact that they have. That's why Buffalo is called the All-America City. Not American, All-America City. You know? And just look around Buffalo, and look how it's structured. You know? Syracuse is the same thing. They got to deal with the Onondaga Nation. So, Rochester, no deal. That's why it's not on the thruway. So, there's a raw deal, and they just realized it. So, and one thing about tribal affairs is that's only could be things can only be done through the Article 3. That shit's damn near. It'd be years to get into an Article 3 court. There is nations that have been going to court for the past 20 years, and you know, the federal government owes them a lot of money. But guess what? They've been in court for 20 years. You know. Well, I mean, what? You got it. You know, what they ain't worried about it. They got control of it already. How they know the natives ain't gonna get it back. How you gonna get it back when the ones that gave it to you got all the firepower? And that's why they being terrorized. This shit's happening in a lot of places. So, and then the people, they don't know what to do. They're not legally smart. It's crazy, man. So, all they can do is hope they wake up and come together. Yeah, they ain't gonna get it because they don't. Man, they gotta wake up. It's an awakening. You know, it's sad because trust me, I done been through this before. You know, trying to wake some of these tribes up to get them right, and they don't. You know, the one that's recognized by the state, and then the one that's federally recognized, definitely they don't care. They're good. They get the little checks. They don't want their shit interrupted. The state recognized ones are suffering, but they ain't trying to hear that. They're gonna be like, who are you? You know? Who are you? These are our lands. You know, they're gonna be stuck on way back when. We're talking about right now. Motherfuckers, 2022. You talking about it's your lands. Look who's on it. And pointing a barrel at your pointing a barrel of a gun at you. So those federally recognized tribes, they're getting They getting that bag. And the thing about it is, the ones that are getting it is what they call them the $5 Indians, which are whiter than white, and businessmen, and they own a lot of shit. They trickle it down to the darker colored ones, and they're happy with the amount they get, and they go tell the rest of them, like they're the leader of that nation, and they tell the rest of them, you know, oh, it's gonna be okay, or here's just a little bit of money for this and that. Meanwhile, it comes from the top down. You gotta look. Their belief is the lighter the skin, the more prosperous you are. The darker the skin, the worse off you are. That's the same thing with the Indians. Right now, I mean, it's been going that way for years, but that's the way they look at it. You know, the whiter you are, the more respected. So that's where the money's at. So they trickle it on down. So it's crazy, man. You know? And the federally recognized tribes, why are they federally recognized? Because the same people that are federal are in the tribes. That's how they get recognized. And the ones that don't, well, they just state recognized, or they're just an offshoot, you know. They're not recognized. And those are the ones that have a lot of problems. You know. They may occupy the land, but when the government says, oh, no, we need that, they gotta give it up. Get down or lay down. So that's crazy, man. I don't know. Yeah, international recognition. And the sheriff can't help. It's not even territorial. Because it's reserved. So it's given over to the federal government and given to the natives. So they got more power than the sheriff. But, you know, when the house belongs to the federal government, what the hell are you gonna do? It's wicked. I'd have been all through all that, dude. You know? Oh man. It's just not enough of them that are understanding that. I-81 South. This is where I was in a bus wreck on this strip. Speaking of, there's Onondaga Nation is over here. Onondaga Nation is over here. But I'm running out of things to talk about, guys. Yep, see, Onondaga Nation. Right here, boom. Just entered their territory. Nedro, Onondaga Nation. They actually have a really good, a good nation. What's her name is over here, but they got a good relationship with New York State over here in Onondaga County. But yep, Syracuse is controlled. It's got the deal, and so does Buffalo. So does Niagara Falls. Niagara, why do you think they call it Niagara Mohawk? You know? They're using Indian names and shit. Take over shit. It's crazy. Same thing in the South. It's unbelievable, man, with what's been done. And we're going to see it come undone. You know? And in Rochester, you know, that's why Rochester was built where it was at. Because it was just basically not on the trade routes, not on the trails, the paths. So they built and occupied that, they colonized that area and built it up. You know, now the Irondequoit is not, that's the Iroquois. That was Iroquois Indian territory. So, yep. Niagara, Ontario, all this crap. And they come up here naming shit. Rome, Utica, Greece, you know, what the hell? Olympia, Arcadia. You know, they try to bring their Roman ass names all up here to the Northeast. They literally got Rome. Believe that? All kind of shit. What's the other one? Got a bunch of other names that have to do with Rome. So, but my fam made friends with the man that's built first flower mill. Yeah, the Genesee was a very busy waterway. Yep. Got all that. They even got they got the Bible names. They got Avon. They got hell, slipping my mind right now. But like some names from the Bible. What is it? It's slipping my mind. New York got a bunch of shit that represents Europe. Yeah, Babylon. There's Babylon, New York. Jerusalem. Yep, Jerusalem. What else? Oh man, there's so many. Phoenix, New York. They got oh man, what is it? What else they got? Oh man, they got so many. Alright, gotta find a bathroom. Yep. It's only one law. That's what it all boils down to. That's how you actually start getting anything done, is you get it down to that principle. That's what the Constitution is based off. Common man, common law. We all agree that this is wrong. Yeah, killing, stealing, and damaging other people's goods and properties is wrong. So that's pretty much it. All this extra shit they do to keep us enslaved, and, you know, feelings and shit. Just think, man, you used to be able to tote guns anywhere you wanted to. Nothing anybody could say. It was a safe place. I mean, they taught guns in school. Kids in New York City used to take their guns to school, guys. You know, on the bus, on the trains. Like, come on. You know it's safe. Just as I said, I think I'm going to take a break and start buffering. Service is getting lower out here. So I think I'm going to end the stream. And, you know, see y'all tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a great day. And yeah, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. So, all right, guys, I'm about to get up off here. Maybe hit y'all with a little good night from my guy. Y'all know as soon as I play it, but he's way ahead of his time. Hello? Hello? Shit. What the hell happened? Just happened, but drop this one real quick. Drop this real quick before we get off. Some good words, some good vibes. Remember, we got to push that bitch queen soul to hell. Keep it up out of here. So we're gonna rock out with this one right here. Not too long one. One that's short.
In this universe, there is one great energy, and we have no name for it. People have tried various names for it, like God, like Brahman, like Tao. But in the West, the word God has got so many funny associations attached to it that most of us are bored with it. When people say God the Father Almighty, most people feel funny inside. But according to Buddhist philosophy, all this universe is one tathata. That means 10,000 functions or 10,000 things, one suchness. And we're all one suchness. And that means that suchness comes and goes like everything else, because this whole world is an on and off system. As the Chinese say, it's the yang and the yin. And therefore it consists of now you see it, now you don't, here you are, here you aren't, here you aren't. Because that's the very nature of energy, to be like waves, and waves have crests and troughs. Only we, being under a certain kind of sleepiness or illusion, imagine that the trough is going to overcome the wave or the crest. The yin, the dark principle, is going to overcome the yang or the light principle, and that off is finally going to triumph over on. And we, shall I say, bug ourselves by indulging in that illusion. Gee, supposing darkness did win out, wouldn't that be terrible? And so we're constantly trembling and thinking that it may, because after all, isn't it odd that anything exists? It's most peculiar. It requires effort, it requires energy, and it would be so much easier for there to have been nothing at all. Therefore we think, well, since the is side of things is so much effort, you always give up after a while and you sink back into death. But death is just the other face of energy, and it's the rest, the not being anything around, that produces something around, just in the same way that you can't have solid without space, or space without solid. When you wake up to this and realize that the more it changes, the more it's the same thing, as the French say, that you are really a playing of this one energy, and there is nothing else but that it is you, but that for you to be always you would be an insufferable bore. And therefore it is arranged that you stop being you after a while and then come back as someone else altogether. And so when you find that out, you become full of energy and delight. And you suddenly see through the whole sham of things. You realize you're that. We won't put a name on it. You're that. And you can't be anything else. So you are relieved of fundamental terror. That doesn't mean that you're always going to be a great hero, that you won't jump when you hear it bang, that you won't worry occasionally, that you won't lose your temper. It means, though, that fundamentally, deep, deep down within you, you will be able to be human in the pains, difficulties, and struggles that naturally go with human existence. But to have no hang-up, that is to say, to be able to drift like a cloud and flow like water, seeing that all life is a magnificent illusion, a playing of energy, and there is absolutely nothing fundamentally to be afraid of. Fundamentally. You will be afraid on the surface. You will be afraid of putting your hand in the fire. You will be afraid of getting sick. But you will not be afraid of fear. Fear will pass over your mind like a black cloud will be reflected in the mirror. When we say to ourselves, you must go on, the reason is, you see, that we are.
All right, y'all, that did a little overtime. Pat did a little overtime. I'm gonna grab some gas. So peace and love, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Much love.